Hey guys, thanks for checking out the channel. Please subscribe, help me spread awareness to other veterans like myself and that have been diagnosed with a condition known as trigeminal neuralgia, as well as other mental illnesses. This is May, the month of May, which is Military Appreciation Month, as well as Mental Health Awareness Month. So just trying to do my part and spread the word about a rare neurological disease that I was diagnosed with in 2004. And there's other videos that explains my journey, how I got there and was diagnosed. Please check those out if you would like. But this one is just going to talk about the two types of attacks that can occur if you do have this disease. The first one is called, there's two versions of this disease. One is called TN1 and then TN2. Now TN1 comes with, is what gives the disease, is why it's called more commonly called suicide disease. And that's because the attacks are so extreme that a person will commit suicide to get away from the pain simply. I, for the longest time, could not call it that. I couldn't refer to the disease as that because every time you say the word suicide, people automatically assume that someone chose to take their own life. That's not what this is. This type of attack is just your brain taking mercy on your body. It's the best way to explain it. It's in such extreme pain that it's just fight or flight mode. It's just something that we're all genetically wired with. A TN2 attack is very different levels of attack, and both disorders come with varying different levels. It's just if you have TN1 disorder like I do, then you're at risk of having a major attack, which can obviously cost you your life. The smaller attacks occur by the smallest of things. Rubbing your face, brushing your teeth, talking on the phone. I mean, just literally anything. It doesn't take much at all. And you can have, an attack is basically an electric shock. Some of the best way to describe it, just varying different degrees. I've been fortunate enough to only have one major TN1 attack, which occurred in 2004, which did result in me. I spent 4 days in ICU, followed by 5 days in getting further treatment, which resulted in my ultimately in with my diagnosis of trigeminal neuralgia. This disease mostly occurs in older people. It's mostly a genetic disease that develops over time, and it's more commonly in women over the ages of 50. Oh, guys, men and women over the age of 50, but the disease itself is more commonly found in women. Mine occurred from damage to my trigeminal nerve during facial reconstructive surgery, which resulted from a screw on the right side of my face. If you look there, you see it a little bit. Well, what you see there is the trigeminal nerve, and where it comes in contact with basically comes at the bottom of my jawline, is where the screw is, and it damaged the sheeting on the trigeminal nerve. And once that sheeting is damaged, just like any electrical device, it starts to short out, and the sheeting continues to unravel as time goes on, and which is what leads to much worse attacks. You can have other really serious attacks. I've only had, fortunately, to have the one major one. I had a really bad one in February of 2017 while driving to work on cruise control, 65, 70 miles an hour, and woke up in hospital. I had swerved off the road and hit a light pole going, head on. Fortunately, because of airbags and things of that nature. The only thing I suffered as a result was a major concussion, which led to a whole lot of issues itself, but I didn't hurt anybody, and I had no major injuries, physical injuries to recover from. My last bad attack occurred a year later, February 15th, 2018. Same scenario. I was driving and had an attack behind the wheel and caused an accident. So that led me, because those two, I've been dealing with attacks of my own for a lot of years, and I could deal with that because I wasn't putting anyone else at danger or I wasn't at risk. I had nothing had happened, anything like that. When I started having attacks behind the wheel and driving, obviously, uh, it became much more concerning. And then when the final one happened, was when I had to finally make the decision to medically retire and deal with the disease head on. So since that time, I immediately, following the February attack, I went into treatment, and I've spent the last 17 months in intensive treatment, treating that disease as well as a lot of the complications that I develop over the years as it progresses. Um, this year, or once I started doing much better and started having some real success with treatment, and I wanted to give back to all the people that have helped me throughout this journey in the last 17 months by bringing awareness, or trying to bring awareness to as many people as I can. And I wanted to target, we can all only do what we can do, so we reach out to our own circles. And it's such a great time to be alive as far as being able to connect with people if we just pause for a second and do it. So I hope you want to learn more and you want to help out as much in any way you can. There's lots of things you can do. And I look forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions, please either contact me directly or comment or however you want to do it, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for stopping by. Bye.